Okay, Knicks fans. Welcome to episode 44. Knicks fans wildin'. Recorded after another Knicks W in cardiac Knicks fashion. Another nail-biting game to the finish, back and forth. Knicks versus Pacers. And as always, there's so much to talk about in Knicks land. Rumors, playing time, tips as always. So we got to get right into it, man. We got to get right into it. I got to bring in my guy coming straight back from the island. The beautiful island right there. Gotta bring back my guy, Don Juan. Welcome back, man. We missed you over here.
Yo, que lo que, peoples, what's going on? What's going on, man? Damn, man. It's gone for 2 weeks. Back at it again, Don Juan in the building. Little tan, a little some, a little chubby chew, man. A little chubby. I had too
I
much
agree.
beer, too much good food out there, man, in the island. But glad to be back to work, back to the grind in New York City. You know how we do out here, man. But as always, Knicks fans wild and coming out off the ball network. Check out our guys out there putting in the grind, putting in work, always putting out great content. And of course, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video. Keep boosting it, man. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir, Don Juan. Welcome back, man. We missed you. And I know in 2 weeks, it feels like everything is different over here. Like, how does it feel to go? I know you was checking us out there, but like not being in the grind and catching up. How does it feel 2 weeks later to come back?
Man, I feel relaxed. I feel, relieved. The city, especially around. I mean, around Christmas time is a little more chill, but still, the whole city vibe, like it could kind of get you crazy, man. It could kind of get you crazy.
Okay,
Traffic and whatnot. People with attitude. There's a lot of people in Christmas time. Everybody's
okay,
in a rush. They're trying to get presents here, presents there, go food shopping. It gets a little crazy out here, man.
okay,
So it was
Don
nice
Juan.
to escape the city. Plus the cold. It was nice to be in some warm weather out there, be in the sun. But relax, a good mental space too. It was nice to get away from work, reality in New York. It'd be crazy out here, man. A lot of crime out here too, man. So be safe out here too.
Okay.
That's something I tell people, man. Be safe out here.
Don Juan with a little vent session out here. You can already tell Don Juan is moving to like Florida in like 5 years. My man,
I mean, I'm not gonna
it
lie.
sounds like you hate New York, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Nah, I love New York, but I'm not gonna lie. But I was looking at the yard, looking at properties. I'm like, yo,
Oh my
looking
God.
nice out here, man. Looking nice
Don
out
Juan,
here.
we gonna be recording from the tropics, man. Can't wait for that. But let's get into it, man. We gotta bring in the six, man. Becoming a Knicks fans wild and staple. It's the third wheel. I'm about to start calling you. You see, quickly he went into the starting lineup. We might have to bring up Zebo into the starting lineup like quick.
Uh,
Yo, my guys, how y'all feeling? Yo, Triple M, you hot with the jokes right now. I ain't even gonna
I'm feeling
hold you.
good. I'm
Tú estás
feeling good.
caliente ahora mismo.
Feeling
Yo, my
good,
boy
man.
Don Juan back in the building like RJ. Yo, bro, y'all both took the same time off. Now that I'm thinking about it,
as
cause
a
the
fact.
same time RJ wasn't here, you was out. So, yeah, you back right now like RJ.
Okay.
27 off the vacay.
Okay. 27 off the vacay, man. That's that's pretty impressive right there. So let's get right into it. Let's see if you got that 27
Uh,
ready. Let's talk about this Knicks Pacers game. Knicks win in a nail biter though. They were up by more than 20, blew the lead. Pacers actually were up for a few minutes, for a few seconds. And it was just back and forth, man. There was so many highlight plays. Randall gets beat back door but recovers with a huge block. Mitch with a huge block. Huge three-pointers by Jalen Brunson. Huge three-pointer by Grimes and Quickly. So it was a nail biter, man. And I gotta hear how y'all feel about this Knicks versus Pacers game. Gotta start with our guy who's back, Don Juan.
well, put it this way, man. I already knew where this game was headed to once we hit that 20-point mark. Especially after watching that Bucks game, you know, granted it's the Pacers. The Pacers, we expected them to come out with a statement after all this whole Wally Zerbiak Halliburton thing going on. I felt like it blew up, kind of spilled over into this game. But the Pacers came out weak. I'm like, oh, okay. We might blow these guys out. Once they hit the 20-point mark, though, that's when it started sweating. I'm looking at FanDuel like, man, should I start putting in some money on the Pacers? At least take the points because I'm pretty sure something's going to happen. And in Nick fashion, of course, Pacers came through, went on a run, got the game close. Like Triple M said, they took the lead at one point, not for long, but even still, like that last fourth quarter was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and we managed to keep it together. We saw Thibs throw out a different lineup, went super small, took out Mitch, had Randall at the center, had Grimes, IQ, RJ, and Brunson out there at one point. Like it was nice to see that. But I definitely got to see Thibs make some not I wouldn't say questionable, but do something that I didn't expect, which was he benched Grimes at one point, had IQ out there, which it's okay. I mean, Grimes been balling out as we've seen. RJ was missing for some time, and IQ was starting. IQ was balling, and as rightfully so, IQ deserved those minutes to close out the game. So it was nice to see the Knicks close out that game. I've been saying that. One of my New Year's resolution was that the Knicks close out these fourth quarter games, man. And there's another game where they give up a lead and they almost gave it up again, but they closed out. Luckily, it was against a team like the Pacers that they're also another young team that unfortunately they don't have the experience like the Bucks, for instance, to close out a game. But the Knicks, at the end of the day, it was a dub. I'm not gonna say it was impressive, but we won the game, and I'll take it.
Yeah, man, a win is a win. Uh, but it felt nasty. It felt like a nasty, nasty win, man. We didn't deserve to win this game. I gotta say one thing. I definitely think that was a questionable decision by Tibbs, putting in quickly over Grimes because Quickly's been with the starting lineup, but Grimes was playing a very good game. He was playing a very good game. And I actually saw a tweet that was deleted by Grimes' manager. And he was kind of like, what the hell was going on out there? He tweeted that. So it was like, it was, especially as you see the league keep coming down, coming down, coming. And you got Buddy Hield just shooting like
Yeah, he's going
crazy.
crazy.
Somebody like Grimes, he's shown his great defenses on top guys. And Buddy Hield was playing like on fire. I mean, once Halliburton and Miles Turner were not there, he was their number one guy, and he almost led the comeback. McConnell was I hate McConnell. I don't know what is it about. He's just a pest. He's just a pest in the Knicks side. It's annoying as heck. He was all over Brunson, so it that was a bad game for Tom Thibodeau. I mean, I even think Zebo, who's a Tibbs defender, I'm gonna go to you, Zebo, in a few, but I even think he'll admit that was a bad fourth quarter by Tibbs, man. And when people question his job security like I do, that's a game where it's like, bro, what are you doing out there? You know what I mean? So I would definitely question that decision by Tibbs to play quickly over Grimes, but it's a win, and it's a win that you have to get against the Pacers. We're battling with the Pacers, so this is going to be important as the season comes to an end. To get these wins against teams. So you got to take the win, but it's a game where you got to see the Knicks improve by this. And I actually have a friend. Every time the Knicks are up big, he will sprinkle like $5, $10 and hit me up like, "Yo, bro, look what I took." And I'm like, "Yo, stop sending me these flicks, bro." He put $5 in the Pacers. It was to win 65, like when it was
Damn.
up 20 something. You know what I mean? He did that for the Bucks game, came up. He did that for the Dallas game, came up. So it's as a fan, it's not a prudent thing to do. But for my finances, I'm gonna start thinking about it. I'm like, yo, hold on now, five
Nice little,
dollars.
nice little
Yeah,
come up.
you gotta just sprinkle it in maybe. So I don't know, man. Knicks need to figure it out because it's like the same game. It's the same game. We don't have to watch Knicks games no more. We just gotta see in the fourth quarter. Like you just turn in the fourth quarter because the Knicks are gonna be up big. Randall is playing amazing in the first. I think he leads the league in first quarter scoring. Randall's gonna come in on fire. Brunson. Knicks are gonna lead big. They're gonna blow the lead, catch the game in the fourth quarter. It's gonna be a tight one to see if the
Gonna
Knicks
be a
win or
good
lose.
one.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do, bro.
In
I'm gonna
that
stop
order.
watching the game from the top. I'm gonna just tune in at the end. But yeah, I went on for a while, Z. But what's good, bro? Tell me about this Knicks Pacers game.
Yo, bro. So real quick, yo, bro. You know why you hate You know why you hate TJ McConnell? I don't know if you remember this, but you remember when he played for the Sixers and he hit that game winner on us?
bro.
That's exact.
I
That's
said
exactly.
I
That's
was
exactly
four.
why you
I
hate
was
him.
4 rows away from there. I came out on
Yo,
ESPN that day.
Yo, I remember that. And honestly, it's just, when it comes to these, because at these 4 quarters, bro, I feel like we've gone through this, like, through our whole just next fandom. This has just been a reoccurring thing. And so at this point, do y'all really expect anything less? I expect us to be hot in the, to have a great first, have honestly like a great first half, second half. Tibbs will come up with questionable adjustment lineups. The team will start getting hot because again, this is an NBA team. They will go ahead and start making adjustments, and especially again with the era of guys just shooting threes. This is a league of just runs. So obviously they're gonna go ahead and make their runs, but we just never again we're not gonna have any adjustments in the third, early fourth quarter, and then late in the fourth quarter we just that's when our heart starts racing. So and that was honestly my emotion the whole game, man. Like as soon as we was up 20, I just kept looking like, man, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it to come. It's like I don't even know what the feeling is like, but it's like this anticipation of like I'm waiting for this
Mhm.
lead to get blown, and out of nowhere you just see Buddy Hill just start making these jumpers like. And honestly, and it was contested too. Like
Yeah.
let me not get it twisted either, because we were playing D, but man, it's just I don't know if it's just our luck, but man, these dudes are just started making tough shots. And then obviously when it comes to RJ, he did his thing for us. I mean, I've been critical about him, but he definitely did his thing, especially when Julius wasn't in this game. But when it comes to Julius, obviously I'm gonna make a little excuse. My boy's been a little tired. When you're third in total minutes in the NBA, I mean, obviously your boy's gonna be a little fatigued, and
That's
he's
a
been he's
shame.
you know he's been playing a lot of minutes. So but again, we got our leader, to go ahead and carry us, and so, this is just what it's been the last few weeks since Don Juan's been out. It's just these 4 quarters has just been they've been ugly. So ain't no way
Hey,
to explain it.
what do you expect? It's a young team, man. It's a
Oh
young team,
gosh,
guys. You gotta understand that.
nah,
There's a
man.
lot of young players on this
Bruh.
team,
I'm
bro.
hearing too much excuses right now for
Yeah,
that.
I
That
mean,
was
it's the reality, man. The
you
the
got you
rotation. If
you
you look
got
at the
three
average
players. You
age,
got you got 3 players. You got your top 3 players
you
making
look
it.
at the average age of the rotation
and
players
by
is
and
around
by the way,
24, 23 years old, man. No matter what,
Nah, man.
you still
nah,
gotta
but still,
consider
that
that,
can't
man.
that can't
Still gotta
happen. And
consider
and
that.
and Halliburton was out too. So honestly, there was no like as soon as he was out, then I was like, okay, because even though we was up 20, then as soon as Halliburton was out, I'm like, okay, now we really gotta close this. Like there
Exactly.
should be absolutely no excuse for us to go ahead and blow this lead, and it still happened to us. So
Hey,
Exactly.
yeah, man,
it's
it's
execution,
crazy.
man. The guys go on these
Yeah.
funks. ISO ball, play a little selfish. They start feeling themselves. I mean, we need to work. We need to work on, as a team as well, bro. I
Nah,
know.
that's
Yeah.
what
There's only one person to blame. At least that's what Barry Triple M been hitting on. But it's a team. It's a team thing too, bro. It's a
No, I
team
would
thing
say the
too.
players have blame too. I'm just saying though, like when you see these leads dwindle, you gotta kind of the only adjustment he'll make is throw Randall back in or Brunson. Like I gotta show you the minutes yesterday.
Now the minute distribution was
RJ
crazy.
Barrett, first
crazy,
game back, 41 minutes.
crazy.
Jalen Brunson, 42 minutes. He sat down 13 seconds in the second half. Julius Randle, that man looked like he didn't want to be there yesterday. Like I was just looking at this man like he's tired or
Nah,
he's sick or like
he's
he
fatigued.
doesn't even want to be there. He still plays 39 minutes. And very quickly off the bench, Obi 9 minutes, Hardenstein 9 minutes, McBride 6 minutes. It's like a damn 8-man rotation. Tipster's calling in 9, he's lying us. It's a 7-man rotation. Right? I mean, that's just fellas, that's gonna be unsustainable, bro. We're our guys are gonna for that could be a factor too. Our guys are just tired at the end. You saw RJ,
Yeah.
he missed a lot of shots in the fourth quarter. He played the whole fourth quarter, bro.
He
It's
said
his
he want.
first
He
game
said
back.
he could have played more in the post game. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, nah.
he said he was exercising, but bro, come on.
I mean, it was a finger injury. It wasn't a leg injury or whatnot. I'm
No,
not.
yeah,
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say that
you're
they
right,
shouldn't
man.
be playing more. The minutes isn't worrisome. But that's another thing. I feel like the Knicks might have to make a move in this trade deadline. We might need it because honestly, you look at the bench. The bench is looking pretty weak.
Very
The
weak.
bench is looking pretty weak, and we need to add another player, maybe two. But one is fine because at the end of the day, I still want to see Obi grow and whatnot. But we
I
might
want
need
I
we're gonna
want
need
one
a
of
player for
these.
sure.
I actually don't think we should trade. I like that. Actually, that's one of the people I think we should keep. But for that
No, I'm
fact,
not
because
saying
honestly,
trade him. I'm saying we need another player. I wouldn't trade him,
yeah.
but
But
we
just
need
yeah,
somebody that's
nah. But we
gonna
need
give us
somebody to
buckets
step
that could
up.
take some minutes.
Yeah, nah.
I
Because
want one of
Hardenstein
those
right now is
shooters, bro.
just yeah. Nah,
Hardstyle
you're
to get
right.
better.
Yeah,
The
nah. And
thing is,
Hardenstein, yeah, nah. He's been sliding. Nah, honestly, he's been off.
if you look at
Yeah.
all the players on the bench, and then you look at the players that have been playing the most minutes, like who the hell? Why am I playing this guy right now? And then
Yeah.
Hardestein is probably the most obvious one.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I want one of these shooters. We'll talk about it soon as the trade deadline. But you look at a team like the Pacers. Buddy Hield could get hot and bring you back. Milwaukee got a whole bunch of shooters. Dallas has Luca, obviously. But like when you look at the Knicks, we don't really have that. Like if we're down big, it's gonna be slow for us because we don't have guys that could put threes up in a hurry and bring us back. You know what I mean?
And there's
Yeah,
only
and we
one
can't, ju- and we
IQ,
can, yeah,
and that's it.
and we can't expect Brunson and Randall to kind of carry us every single time too. So yeah,
But their
you're right,
offense takes so long because it's ISO.
right.
So when you try to catch up quick, you need. Buddy Hield was letting it fly yesterday, bro.
Yeah,
He
Nah,
was he was
facts,
off
catch
bro.
balance. It
Those
that
don't
four
shots were
matter.
point
tough.
that 4 point play was crazy, and he tried to do that like 2 plays prior, and I think he
Hmm.
got fouled, and then he called it. That's the thing,
Nah,
bro. We should have not won this game. The Pacers missed a lot of threes. It's a make or make league. Like that, you could say the same thing about the Knicks. Oh, they
Mm-hmm.
would have made free throws.
Sure.
So I'm not trying to go there, but the Pacers missed like I'll say like 3, 4 threes. I'm like, this dude is wide open in the corner.
Yeah,
nah,
I
that's a
mean that's
fact.
why we lost that game against the Bucks. Realistically, I mean, a lot of those guys are
Exactly,
wide open
exactly.
in the first half, missed a whole lot of shots. Guess what? Second half, they said, "Oh, y'all gonna keep leaving us open. They're gonna fall eventually."
Right. Yeah. Now we
And
got
that's
late. Now we
exactly what
got
happened.
lazy on D. Yeah. Now we started getting lazy in the fourth quarter, and I think it's just going back to what Triple M said about the minutes, man. Like we need to start. Obviously, I think right now they're waiting. Obviously they're waiting to make some moves on some of the guys that are not playing right now. But it's something that I mentioned during the win streak is that these 8-man, 9-man rotations is not going to work. Like some of the minutes that Thibs is putting on these guys, like it's just not sustainable, which is one of my concerns for like Brunson, and it's starting to be for Randall too. So,
Yeah.
yeah, they definitely got to get that straightened out soon.
Yeah, man. The Bucks. Everybody was running around like their hair was on fire after the Bucks lost. There was a lot of just crazy takes. I want to see what you guys felt like after the Bucks game. Did y'all feel like doom and gloom? Like I'll say a lot of people.
Mm, nah, not even, bro. The only reason I say that is because I expected the Bucks to make a run. A lot of those guys were missing wide open shots, and Joe Ingles, who just came back, I feel like is gonna be a big contributor to that team and possibly make a run. That's just a team that at the end of the day they have that championship pedigree. They know how to win, and they're just gonna show up no matter what. Like and the Knicks competed with them. Yeah, they gave up a big lead, but a team like the Bucks, man, they got a player like Giannis who had a bad night. Julius Randle, I feel like did a good job defending him. But besides that, I mean, they made a run, and at the end of the day, like we couldn't stop them. If you look at Drew Holiday when he made those tough ass buckets, like they were well defended. He just was clutch, and the guy that's not a guy that's the actual 3-point shooter, but he could hit his shots when it counts, and he did just that. Connington made some tough shots. Joe Ingles made some tough shots. You got some shooters out there, like you said,
Yeah,
That's something that we're missing that could really like separate us from a few of the teams that are at the top. Is just a consistent 3-point shooter that we honestly don't have. Everybody is a streaky shooter on our team, I would say.
yeah, for sure, man.
But
Julius,
but that
Julius
was
is.
I feel like that was a good game. I can't hang that over my head and say like, damn, the world is over. We lost to the Bucks, man. Going into the game, I kind of expected that being a loss.
Hey, fellas, Chris Duarte rumors, man. I don't want to get started on Chris Duarte, man. You know the flag
Where the
is
flag at? Where the
hanging.
flag at? Where you see that rumor, man?
The flag is. Yeah, come on, man. You
Oh man,
crazy, boy.
my
The
flag is a
flag.
little bit out of reach.
The
If you
flag is
ready,
always nearby, man. The flag is always nearby. Don't get it twisted, man. Whew.
what you
We
read?
gonna
What
hold
you
it down.
read? Drop the
We
news. Drop the bomb.
they just rumors, man. The Pacers they could talk about it. The Knicks were rumored with the Obi Toppin thing. I don't know, man.
Mm.
I don't
Um,
know.
I
I
mean,
don't
it
know.
makes sense, bro. I mean, it's two. I mean, it's two players that are, that again, we don't necessarily know, too much because of the minutes they've been getting. I mean, Chris Duarte, I mean, Luther, Matherin's kind of taking all his minutes and Nembhard
Yeah,
too. So
Nah,
it
bad
makes sense
boy.
in Obi, yeah, nah, and Obi right now, obviously with Randall taking most of the minutes, it makes sense honestly for both
but
teams.
we'll get that during the deadline. Let's see. Let's not jump the gun and talk
Yeah, that's
about.
not
All
right.
right,
We
let's
gonna
not
jump
jump
the
the gun.
gun, and next thing you know, Knicks make no moves, just like last year.
Exactly. Last year we was on live for no reason. We just we just got on live to talk.
For real.
Crazy, crazy, man. But let's talk about something that came up yesterday that I talked about already with Don Juan a little bit, but it's Quickly and Grimes. I feel like that's a dilemma now. Quickly played extremely good this whole time he's been starting, and now we're healthy again. Now Brunson is back. Now RJ's back. So we're gonna have this dilemma right here where it's Quickly and Grimes in the fourth quarter, And I want to ask you guys if you guys have a preference right now, Quickly or Grimes. Eva, I'm gonna start with you.
In the starting lineup, Grimes, but as far as a six-man row, I quickly. But I think the
No,
dilemma
fourth
comes from.
quarter, fourth quarter, crunch time minutes like yesterday.
I think
Game of
I want Grimes in there.
Grimes. Okay,
Yeah, I want someone that's really good off the ball and and that's consistent also as well. And plus, I like the defense. Just I mean, obviously, like Quickly has improved on D, which is actually the biggest thing I could really say about Quickly. Yeah, he's been inconsistent with his shot, but the one improvement I definitely have seen this year is the defense. But Grimes has definitely proven that you can go ahead and put him on the you can go ahead and put him on your number one option or your number two scorer. So
That's a
now for
fact.
sure in the fourth quarter, I'd rather get Grimes, but I think the dilemma just comes from Tibbs, man. He has to do a better job in these substitutions and distributing these minutes as far as when to put these guys. So the dilemma just comes from Tibbs. He has to do a better job with these adjustments and these minutes.
all right, yeah,
Mm.
man. Don Juan, what you thinking? Last fourth minutes, game's on the line, 5 minutes to go. You going Quickly or Grimes?
That's the thing, man. I can't. It's hard to just give you a straight answer, man. I feel like that answer is really situational. I loved what Grant what quickly has done while RJ was out, but Grimes was doing this thing too, right? But this is how I see it, man. It's really matchup. It's all matchup based, and also if IQ is feeling it, you gotta leave him out there. I mean, IQ was. I felt like out of a lot of the players last night, IQ was the most composed, making the right plays, both defensively and offensively, whether pushing the pace, taking advantage of teams not getting back. Like IQ has really, I guess, upgraded his IQ. I don't know if
Oh, he's dropping balls right
my
now.
guy has really learned the game. Even though there's times that I feel like he's doesn't know when to score, when to pass, but I feel like he's worked on that. He's worked on a nice balance. I don't know if it's playing with Brunson, maybe he picked up a bit of that, but man, it's a tough decision. It's crazy too, because prior to RJ coming back, that was a decision. I'm like, yo, but who's gonna take this step back? And then, on Twitter, people talking about who's gonna is RJ gonna come off the bench? He plays better with the second unit, IQ, this and that. Like it really got me thinking, man. It really got me thinking. I do like Grimes because he is the bigger player. He can defend bigger bodies. So I'm gonna say Grimes, but man, I just IQ, bro. IQ is really good, man. And you know what? Another thing too with Grimes I feel like he really tries to do too much, and he could hurt us at times. Where IQ, he doesn't do too much. He's not doing those mistakes that he used to. Like I said, he's more composed. He waits for the ball to get to him, and if not, he's gonna make a right cut or just make right plays. And man, you know what? I'm gonna go with IQ in the fourth quarter, man. You know what? I
Ooh,
like IQ. I'm gonna go with that. Look at yesterday, man. He made some clutch bucket too. Even though Grimes hit the dagger,
oh
IQ was the one that really sealed the deal for us as being the game.
yeah, man. Oof. I like both players a lot. I like. Can we put both of them? Like, who can we sit? Can we sit
That's
Mitch?
actually not.
Can we do a
Yeah,
small
I
ball with Randall, RJ? Unless it's not Tibbs will never do that shit.
Nah.
Like I
Well, he
don't
did
even
it
think
last night for the last bit of it, but that
for
the
the
only
last
reason
of the
why is because the Pacers had nobody at center.
exactly. Yeah, I don't see that happening. So
But that's a nice lineup though. That's a nice
that
lineup.
is.
That's
that is
five
good.
out, and you got Randall. Could take over in
It,
the paint against. I mean, whoever he took over, I don't even know that guy's name. What's his
it takes the
name?
pressure off Jalen Brunson Okamoto too. So, oh, the
Yeah,
Yeah.
big dude.
both go down, sir.
that sound like an Alpha song. Go down.
Nah, sorry, I don't remember his name, man. I don't even know what he was doing now. But yeah, both of those guys plays great defense. That's a tough question, man. I don't know. I asked it. I'm thinking about copping out. I really don't know because I really love Grimes. I've been saying that forever. Like I just think his defense, his shooting. He did something at the end of the game, which was like very high IQ as well. I thought, pun intended, where he had the ball and instead of shooting it, he came
Like got
back with
back
it.
out. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, let more clock get off, and then he hit the three. You know,
Hmm.
so it was like that's kind of like what Grimes does, but he does make a lot of mistakes. He's still young, but I just feel like he needs that exposure right now. He's gonna be an important player. Either we trade him for a star like we try to do with Spider, or he's just gonna be an important player on our rotation. So we gotta expose him to that. I gotta go Grimes. I love quickly. He does a lot of the same things, but I think I gotta go Grimes here to close it out. But this is a hyperbole question because it depends how the game is going, as well. Who has the hot hand? Who's playing well? I think Tibbs, but do we trust Tibbs to do that? I don't know because Grimes
That's
was
the X
hot.
factor.
Grimes was hot yesterday and he wasn't out there. So
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's crazy too, because who gave Grimes the pass for that three?
IQ.
So
You know,
yeah,
exactly, that was. Oh man, the Knicks they have a
shaky,
dilemma. They
man.
have
A
a
lot of
problem. They
decisions,
have a
man.
problem. They have a problem in their hand, and they got to deal
Yeah,
with it.
good problem though. Good problem.
Yeah.
We can't
So
complain.
let's see what we got, man.
And,
But
it's,
what you was gonna say?
and you saying that, it's a big problem, but IQ been in the rumor mill.
Yeah, but
Talking about, well, that was prior to. They said the Knicks were going to trade him for a first rounder,
I don't think they'll trade him, especially after
but
this heater.
as of after this start, I mean, after him starting, man, I felt like he shouldn't even entertain those trades.
Yeah,
He's
they
gonna be a
gotta
big
keep him.
contributor on our team.
Look, we need good players on this team, and quickly is a good player. Like we just need good players. We know what we continuously need, and that's more good players. But you can't just get rid of good players for just maybe another good draft. We have too many of those, so you got to keep quick, man. I'm not trading him for a first rounder.
Yeah, let's trade a bad player like Hardesty.
Yeah, Fournier.
yeah,
Let's see.
My
Let's see,
guy
man.
missed 3 wide open layups against the Bucks, man. Oh
I felt like
my
that changed the
goodness,
momentum,
bro.
low
that hurt.
key.
Yeah, nah,
Low
that
key,
hurt.
we was up like 12 after that. We was after, we was up 12 and then we was down 2 after he missed those 3 layups. Just like that. My man violated us. But yeah, now that we on the trade topic, man, I asked Ian Begley of SNY. Yeah, I gotta check him out, man. I asked him a question on Twitter. He took the liberty of responding, man. Shout out to Ian. Thank you so much for responding. And let's react to what he said, man, for sure.
Quickly at all. Next, we've got one from Triple M. What's up? And Triple M wants to know, you think the Knicks will be aggressive in trying to move that Dallas top 10 pick that they have in 2023, this trade deadline, or do you see them holding on to that and going into the draft with it? So I think that when you talk about anything the Knicks are going to do at the trade deadline now, you look at what their record is right now, and you look at what their record is as you get closer to February, I think if they're at 4 games over, 3 games over 500, and they're winning games and showing competency, I don't see them making that kind of move where you're attaching draft picks and your young players and making a huge trade, franchise-altering trade at the deadline, because that's the kind of move that you would make at that point with this roster, because you have to think to yourself, who can we get back who is better than who we have in our rotation now? In order to do that, you're going to have to give up a lot. So I think if the Knicks are kind of where they are now, 3 games over 500, I wouldn't expect them to be attaching assets to make a big move at the deadline. But if they struggle, if there's a losing skid, if they have some ugly losses that they string together, I think the pressure turns up then internally to make a move to get back on the winning path, on a path where you're going to be above 500 and show progression. So to answer that question in a short way, just look at the record. Look at where they are late January, early February. I think that'll tell you a lot about the Knicks and what they might do at the deadline.
Wow, Ian gave nice long-winded answer there for the guys. And
But shout out Ian, that's love right there.
yeah, that was a lot of love right there. But yeah, he basically said, "Chill, Triple M. Just wait till the trade deadline and see what moves they make." That's what he basically told me in a nice way. Chill out, bro. So yeah, we just got to see where the Knicks is at right now. They're 23-19. Their schedule looking. You don't want to look up in the schedule, but you can see if we're locked in, we can rack some dubs up right now. If we're locked in. So every game in the NBA is a struggle, especially for the Knicks. So we don't lock in dubs early, but you got to take care of business right now if you want to. So it's gonna be an interesting time. Like, what are you guys thinking? We're gonna be talking about the trade room deadline a lot, man. But what are you guys' early thoughts right here?
Early thoughts. Well, I said earlier, man, I feel like we're missing a player. We need some help right now. As you can see, the rotation isn't as much as we want to believe is a 9-man rotation. It's really like a 6-man rotation out there. And we need some help. We need some help. And I think it's honestly going to cost us a pick. A lot of these teams that are going to be
Oh,
sellers,
pick.
a lot of these teams that are going to be sellers, they're going to want to pick or two. I'm not gonna say that the Knicks should be playing. I don't think the Knicks should be desperate either. I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, give up the house. We got a lot of picks though, and if we could get somebody for the low or just a team that's selling, because once we hit the all season, then the like the fever of trying to trade and whatnot cools. That's when the price is gonna go up. So we got to take advantage and make a move that's actually gonna help us and help this team. As you can see, we're limited with the rotation. So if we can add somebody like I don't want to name any names, but someone I've been looking at is like a Bogdanovich or who else? Just Bogdanovich, for instance. I feel like he could help us. He's a big body, big power forward. If OB is really the player that's gonna be the one that's gonna be the fall guy, I mean, by all means, that's a guy that we might have to trade. Bogdanovich is a more reliable scorer off the bench than Obi. He could bring us a little bit something different.
Dang, hold up,
Obi,
bro.
Obi, Obi has been a little bit too predictable with his game. And at the end of the day, we need a true veteran. That's a vet that can rely on. That's gonna give me buckets. You already saw with Joe Ingles that just was injured and whatnot with an IQ. The man is man slow, and he dropped 17 points on us like nothing. And I feel like he's gonna be a contributor to that team. So imagine somebody like Bogdanovich, who is a great 3-point shooter, could also go ISO, has good IQ. Maybe defensively he's not terrible either. But if it's gonna cost us to make a move, I mean a pick and an OB for Bogdanovich, maybe like somebody else. I don't know. We might have to consider it.
Don
We got
Juan,
mad picks, bro.
I'm
We got mad
shocked
picks.
right now,
We
bro.
got to do
Nah,
something.
bro, not for Bogdanovich. I mean, he's a good player, but not for
Yeah, but
Bogdanovich, bro.
look at
Nah,
for
that takes
instance,
away
bro.
minutes from RJ.
Nah, not even because of
How is it gonna
that,
take away
bro.
minutes from RJ? Bro,
Plays the
at the
same
end of
position.
I mean, bro, he plays power forward. And at the end of the day, bro, we have to make a move. Who are we gonna? I feel like I feel like Thibs will trust Bogdanovich more than he'll trust Obi, and that's the fact.
That's a
Just like he
fact, but
trusted,
I'm not trying
just
to
like he
make moves for
trusted Brandon.
Tibbs though. That's the problem. I'm not trying to make moves for Tibbs.
I understand that, but look at what happened when we didn't make moves for him and brought in Fournier and brought in Kemba Walker.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. That's a very good
No,
point.
we also got to help the coach and his system,
Nah,
regardless of
bro.
the fact.
I'm just not doing a pick Obi for Bogdanovich. That I'll pass on that. We
I'm
save
not saying
picks.
unprotected. We could give a one, bro. We have mad picks. We could give a protected first round. We have a bunch of protect. We could give the Bucks first round pick, the one that we got.
I'd
Like,
rather like a younger player. I think maybe like I said earlier in the show. I like Malik Beasley or Gary Trent Jr. from Toronto.
that's not bad.
Those
That's
are
not
two
bad. But
players
but those
that
guys are rentals. That's the only thing that I'm
I
against. I'm
mean,
not.
though Bogdanovich, well, you gonna keep him probably next year too. But like, how old is Bogdanovich? He got to be like 33.
Damn. Damn.
He's old, bro. Like,
Hold
look up
on. He been around. He
Bogdanovich's
been
age.
around. Hold on. Let me see.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's a rental too, because that man is not gonna be playing for the Knicks for a long time. I just can't give up. Like, if Obi, I said earlier, if Obi has to be the fall guy for Duarte, I'll do it. But it got to be for like somebody with a little more like I don't know. Bogdanovich just doesn't. He
Is
doesn't
that
do it for me. What
and
about you,
this
Zio?
is the thing too, bro. Like Obi has to get paid, IQ has to get paid. There's a lot of things that we also have to
But they're not
get
gonna get.
ahead.
They're not gonna break the bank though,
I
and
don't
we could
know,
sign
man.
them. What do you think? What do you think Obi could command in the open market? I don't think he's gonna break the bank.
I don't know, man. He's a
And they
young
don't and they don't have
guy.
and they don't have to make a decision on him this year, right? They can
It's
wait till
Exactly.
they can wait till
next
next year
year. It's
too.
next year.
Yeah, they could wait.
But
Exactly. There's
if
no
he's gonna
shot
ride
clock.
the bench a whole nother summer, you think he really gonna want to sign out here?
Then we'll look to do something. I think, but I mean, his value might tank a bit more. But
That's what I'm trying to avoid.
yeah,
And
I
that's
don't know,
something that
man.
we've been saying, bro.
Bogdanovich
Is a
just
guy that's
doesn't
been
do it for
riding
me.
on the bench. Hold up, I think. Yeah, Bogdanovich. Oh, I take that back.
How is Bogdanovich?
It's not even the age; it's the contract. The man getting paid 20 something mil.
Come on, man.
Ouch! I take that back. But
Well, we gotta edit that out, man. We
we
gotta
might
edit
have to
that.
let me go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, bro. Yeah, Bogdanovich. Nah, we'll pass
But
on
but I
Bogdanovich.
think I think that but we can't be afraid to make at least an upgrade, man. Our bench looks really depleted, and we need to make a move.
Yeah, that's why I said
I'm
like
not in a rush.
Malik or like a Gary or like Duarte. Some a wing that can shoot. It could like somebody that's not commanding money like that and has a
Jordan
little upside.
Clarkson.
Has a little upside. Bogdanovich. He is who he is. Bogdanovich will be great for like a team ready to win now because he's just a plug-in player, gonna play the right way. A team like, for example, Milwaukee or some even
Milwaukee for
Boston
sure.
to not Boston, but Milwaukee would be great there. You know what I mean? Like a team championship aspirations. We're not winning the chip this year, no matter what. So we gotta just see what's out there. But let's see, Ziba, what you gotta say before we move on, bro?
Yeah, bro. I mean, honestly, I like what Begley said. We just got to take this and I think we've been taking this kind of week by week as far as what the record is. And I think with our record right now, I don't think we should mess. I don't think we should mess with the core. Like I like the starting five that we do have. And honestly, as far as any trades, I feel like the Knicks, because from what I've been hearing, teams have actually been calling us about our players. So I mean, right now the Knicks don't necessarily have to be too aggressive. They don't, if they want to, they don't even have to throw picks. Like I'm hearing that
Hmm.
Cam Reddish will go for a few second round picks. So I mean, if that's the case, then yeah. But I mean, as far as what we should bring to the team, yeah, bro, we do need a spark off that bench. So a person like Malik Beasley, a person like a 3 and D guy like Chris Duarte. One person that they did bring up was like Jordan Clarkson, which honestly, like if quickly for Jordan Clarkson, I'll probably do it. I'm not gonna lie,
Come
Nah,
like
on, bro. Y'all
he's
throwing out
he
some
does the same
wild
thing.
trade.
get out of
Nah, come on,
here.
he's a buck. He's
Tomatoes and
first of all
fly
he's
right
young.
here.
First of all, he's young.
Not really.
This is a six man. This is a six man. This is a six man. This is six man of the year at the end of the
Clarkson
day.
got to be
And
at
he's a
least
buck.
30.
And he's a buck. And he's
Bro,
a
he
buck. And
was
he's a
around when
bucket.
Kobe was in the league, bro.
And he's a bucket.
Clarkson is at least 30.
But you're not
He's
going to tell me
30.
he's a consistent
30?
bucket on the team on a
Bro,
winning. And
Quickly
again,
is
this is a
22
winning
years
team.
old,
And this
bro.
is a winning. And this is a win. And again, this is a winning player too. Like this is a
Consistent
person that
bucket,
does get you.
He's a consistent bucket, but a consistent turnstile too.
Thank
Nah.
you.
Bro,
Yeah,
his
he
defense
does
is
not
not
good
there either.
defense. Nah,
But
bro, you
I
was
mean,
wild with
but
that
that's
shit.
fine. But we need a score. We do need a spark
We
off
do
the
need a
bench. So
spark.
We
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 do,
do.
and we do
We
need to bring
do.
a score. We do need to bring a score. So someone of that caliber, I wouldn't mind doing. And honestly, it looks like the Jazz will at some point they will start. Like there's teams that will start blowing it up and they will start selling
I
their
mean,
players. So if we can catch a player of Jordan Clarkson's caliber, like
Yes.
on a come up, then I'm with that.
Nah, for
Without
sure.
having to give up any picks.
if Jordan Clarkson keeps squaring up, man, he might just get out of there tomorrow. Bro. He's squaring up with somebody new each week. I don't know if he's trying to lower his
Though,
stock value or what.
But look though, even with all that, he dropped 32 against Mitchell. So
Nah,
that's
he
what I'm
definitely
saying.
did. He definitely did.
That's what I'm saying though. So if we can get that type of dude on our team, then I'm with that. I mean, the defense will go down a little bit, but again, this is a guy we need off the bench, not necessarily starting.
I would love
Starting lineup.
Clarkson, not for Quickly. I'll take Bogdanovich, not for Obi.
Yo,
Uh,
quick. The thing is that's and one more thing, bro. IQ is pretty much Jordan Clarkson, bro. Like,
but
why
he's
would you?
22 years old.
And he's 22.
Taller, but taller, and
So
again,
I'm not. I'm keeping the younger asset, making less money than Jordan Clarkson, who's already 30.
But see, but quickly we need to actually make a decision on now because again, this is someone that we again because
It's the
Obi we
same
still
thing
have
as
a
Obi.
year,
They were both drafted the same year.
Yeah.
same year. So I mean, but still though, this is a person that thinks that I think he believes he's a starter, and so and
Yeah, I
again,
mean, he plays well.
he's
That is a
not
fact.
necessarily going to be a starter. He's not necessarily going to be a starter on this team, especially with how the way Jalen is playing. So again, if we can get somebody that knows his role, then I'm willing to do
Well,
that.
with Thibs around, he's gonna play starter minutes. So whether he's six man or not.
Yeah, man.
How
It's
about
a, it's, it's a
how
good
about you,
point.
Triple M?
Yeah, I think I said my points as far as like I'm looking like at three guys, three and D guys, like somebody who could give us a spark off the bench because that bench it looks nasty out there, man. That bench looks pretty dry. McBride, we praised him a lot, but his offensive game leaves a lot to be desired. And you look at a team like Philly, they giving Thibault DMPs no more. I mean, because you just need to keep the defense honest. So I'm not comparing the players, but McBride, he just can't be trusted right now to really lead us on the offensive end. Defensively, he's a dog. We all know that, but we need somebody to score. We need somebody to score on the bench. Like Quickly is back. He's our scorer, but like Quickly and D Rose was that. That's when the bench mob was cooking. When you had D Rose who could give you buckets, Quickly who could get high and give you bucket. But now that we took D Rose out the rotation, it leaves a spot. I'm not saying bring D Rose back into the rotation, but we gotta trade somebody that can get hot.
Yeah.
There's something else I mentioned earlier in the show where it's like you look around. I'll say 80% of the teams they have a player that could get hot and lead a 25-point comeback, and by the time you're up 3 only. With the Knicks, if nobody's really hot, you just going ISO heavy and it's taking like you're messed up. So I'm looking for that, man.
You got to remember though, Obi is coming back from injury, and before he was injured, again he was somebody that consistently was making a shot from 3. So, and that's what and hopefully if Tibbs can get him a little bit more minutes, lower.
Bro, we've been saying that for 3
minutes.
years. Oh,
No. But he actually was getting minutes before he got injured, and he was hot from the corner, but he was doing. But enough to the point where he was actually being productive for us. So let's see as he gets healthier. Let's see if he starts getting a little bit more consistent on the offensive end.
He's averaging 16 and a half minutes per game. Like it's tough to
My
really get
boy's
in
just
rhythm.
coming back from injury. Let's wait, see what happens. Let's see. He has to obviously start getting a little more healthier. Has to get the shot going. But I think if he gets the shot going, the defense, I think Tibbs is going to start earning him a little bit more minutes, and he has to at this point because Julius Randle can't be going. Again, he can't be having Julius Randle, playing these many
Yeah,
minutes. He's going to get tired. He's going to get fatigued, and we need him for the second half of the season.
You know Tibbs, man. You know
we've been
Tibbs.
saying this for 3 years, right? Look, before Obi got hurt, he played 14, 18, 15, 14, 18, 16, 19. This is a big sample size, bro. Like, that's not a lot of minutes.
But
But
we don't. Again, he's off the bench though. That's all we essentially need. As long as he's productive in those, again in those 18, 17 minutes
Tibbs,
he's
I
getting.
don't know, man. Tibbs, I don't know what he has against Cam Reddish and Obi, but that's just another topic, man. Let's fly by these last few topics, man. The All Star voting came out. Second return, first return had no Knicks, no one Nick, Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose. What was that?
Second returns just came, and the Knicks now have two All Stars, just not the two we think. Julius Randle and again Derrick Rose. I don't know what the fans love D Rose for a good reason. He's a living legend,
Yeah.
but. Yeah, man, the Knicks fans are voting Julius Randle in right now. I think he deserves that. Jalen Brunson, he's showing he deserves that.
Fact.
Even though I think my boy should just take the days off. I'm not even mad at these players if they don't get into the All Star game because they could just take that week off. I'd rather that, I think.
That's
But
that's the theory behind it. The fans aren't voting because they want to give the players the time off because Tibbs is just sweating them out there.
hey,
Yeah.
Knicks fans know best. That's what they say, man. But shout out to y'all, man. Make sure to go to NBA.com and vote for
Yeah,
Julius
man.
Randle and Jalen Brunson
They
to the All
deserve it.
Star game.
They
Well
deserve it,
deserved.
man.
Get our guys to the All Star game. JB, Julius Randle, All Stars, man. Let's get it.
Mm.
Let's get it. You got anything to say, guys, before we move on from that?
Nah, man. I don't understand how Nick Claxton is somehow still up there.
Yo,
Yeah, Nick
listen, man. I
Claxton
love.
got fun.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. I love Derrick Rose, but can y'all stop voting for him? Like, for real? Can y'all actually give that to Jalen Brunson? Like, what's good? Like, what's good with y'all? Yeah, y'all really wilder. Like, y'all really some Nick. That's really some Knicks fans wild and shit. Like,
I
come
think
on,
that's some
man.
like
Like,
people from overseas, man. D Rose is loved in countries like China and stuff like that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
he's huge, man.
I mean, bro, he was a face of a
see,
franchise, a face of Adidas. I'm pretty sure that he was plastered in a bunch of different posters all over the place, man. So he's definitely a legend. Probably you could probably say he has a cult following because,
but I
bro,
mean,
Uh,
but I mean, but Jesus Christ, bro. There's people that there's
Damn,
people that
bro. That's how you
there's
feel about
you
that?
bringing Christ out
You
here?
feel about that
but,
topic?
but there's people that legit think like I literally was seeing this on ESPN, and there was people that were still surprised that Derrick Rose is in the league. Like, come on, man. Like,
Man, what team he plays
Nah,
for again?
man. Trade my man
yeah.
to trade my man D Rose to contender, man, for sure. That's somebody I just need to see him leave because I want to see him win the chip or
He
something
might get
before.
that. He might get that. That vet on like slot. You know how Vince Carter got one, Vince
Yeah.
Carter got
Oh,
one.
he might get that cold. He might get
Nah,
that
but they
cold.
be saving that for players that retire. D Rose don't look like he about to hang it up right now.
I mean,
Nah, you
bro.
don't.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Somebody gotta talk to him.
Oh man, yeah. Let's not disrespect the legend right now. And let's look into the Knicks next four game. Said this earlier, fellas. If we locked in, could be a good stretch for us. You know, and maybe I was a little negative this whole show, but the 76ers lost today. The Knicks are 2.5 games
Mm.
away from the fifth seed. Just putting it out there. Brooklyn, they don't got Kevin Durant. They lost tonight, you know. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but let's look at these four games, fellas. Tomorrow at Washington, then against the worst team in the league, the Pistons,
Hmm.
at Detroit.
For the 12th time.
So yeah, the 12th time, man, for sure. Like, what the heck? Then we come back home against the Raptors. We beat them twice already, so they gonna try to look for revenge. And then once again against the Wizards.
That's
Fellas,
that's
talk to me.
a depleted Wizards team. No,
Yeah.
no KP, no Bill, No Monte Morris.
Be in practice
There's some more
today, so
cats out
let's
there.
see.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
So let's see. But I mean, he could go for 30 if there's nobody else on that team.
Facts. But you never know, man. The Pacers had a bunch of no names out there, so it might just take one guy. But yeah, let's see.
What y'all give me your predictions real quick.
Let's see.
Don Juan just came from DR. He's feeling good. He saw somebody out there.
Uh, I'll go 4-0, baby. Let's keep it going.
Oh
4-0.
nah.
You know, I have my run with the 3-1s, but we're gonna go with the 4-0 because I feel like we just gonna destroy these teams, man. We gonna right to it. Just make sure that
This
when we take these big leads, keep it at 19. You know what we do when we get to 20, man. It gets a little funny. 4-0,
Don
baby. Our guys, RJ back. We gonna get Obi right. We gonna make sure to get Obi some minutes with some blowouts, and we gonna be right, man. Hopefully, we don't get to see Hardenstein out there. Hopefully, we get to see a little more Sims. But our team is gonna get some minutes, man. Once you see the back of the bench come in, it's because we're doing something good, man. We gonna do it. We gonna
I
do it
don't
for the back of
know.
the bench.
Don Juan got some Barcelos still from DR that he's sipping on. He just gave us some wishful thinking, no I heart, more Sims.
Uh,
You just have to say Cam Reddish is gonna come back too, man.
nah. I know that's already a lost thought, man. Already he's already signing his papers already to for his lease to break it up.
Fact. Zebo. Usually
Come
going
on.
8-0. Let's see. 4.
Come on, man. And I'm just going off the strength right now that listen, man. These everyone's trying to make their all-star case right now, and Jalen Brunson is my boy is seeing food. My boy has been eating out there. I'm not gonna lie. But my boy's on the court, bro. He sees food because
Mm.
the way he's eating these one-on-ones right now. Listen, man, and just looking at those 4 games, yeah, man. I think we're going 4-0. Jalen Brunson is gonna make his case for him to get that All-Star reserve spot. And so yeah, man, we're going 4-0. And Julius, and Julius will, he's gonna get rested and he's gonna start looking right too. Because I think we might just see 2 Knicks in the All-Star game. We just might
That's
see it.
gold.
If we go 4-0, I think we see two All-Stars.
Yeah, I can see that. We
Jalen
go
Brunson
for.
showcase, baby.
Listen,
Yep.
man. You know me. I think I gotta go 2-2. I think we beat the Wizards
Oh
tomorrow.
my goodness.
I think we beat the Pistons for the
Uh,
29th time. But then the Raptors, they just have our number, correct? We only beat them once this year, actually.
Yeah. One
And
and one.
they just play us tough. They play us tough, and the Wizards, I feel like after we beat them, they're gonna try to look for revenge. And Beal should be back. Porzingis, I'm
In
oh
the
just
my
garden
God.
too. I mean, the Knicks. Yeah, the Knicks at home, man. We haven't been the best, so I can
exactly. So
see
I,
that. I can
I,
see
could,
that.
I gotta go 2-2, man.
I cannot
Man,
Unfortunately,
believe we're going
this
that
is
way.
not this is not Triple M talking. This is I don't know who this. I don't know
Well,
who's
I
on
think
right
he's I
now,
think he's
man.
playing his
I'm
cards right. I'm not gonna
tired,
lie. I think he's playing his
bro. I'm
cards right.
tired of this team right now, man. Like my blood pressure's going through the roof, man. Like every game is just heartbreak. I'm like pacing back and forth, sweating. We was up 25. We was up 25. I'm like, damn, I'm about to hit the shower. And I was like, no way, because we're gonna blow this lead. Lo and behold, blow this lead. People
Yep.
always hitting me up. Knicks again, Knicks that. I'm sick and tired of it, bro. Sick and tired
Yo,
of it. So I
yo,
just
bro.
gotta put my expectation. I just gotta put my expectations in check.
Yo, bro, you just gotta not be concerned about it, bro. They asked Tibbs about the fourth quarter. He was like, "Yo, I'm not even concerned about the fourth quarter, like about the blown leads, man. I'm just concerned about the winning. So that's all you gotta be concerned about. That's
Mm.
it, bro. Tibbs gave me that confidence. He said not to worry
Oh
about
my
it.
gosh.
If we blow a 25, 30 point lead, don't be worried. So I'm gonna take that approach and see how it goes. I don't think it's gonna go that well, but we'll see.
The
we'll
only thing
we'll
I was
Zebo.
see.
the only thing I would say about that he also talked good about Hardenstein yesterday, and he was horrible.
That's the
So
thing. And he's crazy right now, man. We can't talk about Tom Thibodeau right now. The man has lost it. He's lost it, man. Let's just get up out of here, man. Tibbs,
one
he
more thing
gets me
about
to.
Triple M. Every time Triple M is on a down about the next week, they actually end up going crazy. So
That's
I
true.
like the way you're going with it, man. I
Reverse
don't want to jinx
psychology.
it, but I like the way you're going with it.
Reverse psychology, man. Hopefully it works. But let's get up out of here, fella, man. Another fun episode. Knicks fans wilding. Zebo, you got to start it off, man. Get it.
Yo, man, keep liking, keep subscribing to my guys, man. And you already know, man, be safe out here. Like Don Juan said at the beginning of the show, man, be safe. And yeah, man, just keep showing love.
Yes, sir. Zebo in the building. Don Juan back from vacation. No beard.
Glad to be back. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to like and subscribe. That's the only thing we're asking for you. But thank you guys for tuning in. Let's go Knicks. Hopefully we go 4-0 this week. And keep it going, man. Jalen Brunson showcase. Keep voting my guys up. All-star. Make sure to give these guys credit, man. They've been balling out for us.
4-0 week. You see, this window is going to be open if we go 4-0 because I'm jumping out the window. I'm going crazy. Championship aspirations, man. But you already know the vibes. Triple M in the building. My guys already said it all, man. Thank you for watching the show. Let's get up out of here. Peace.